On the edge of a sprawling mansion in the heart of the city, a little girl sat on the marble steps with a cake no bigger than her tiny hands. 10 candles flickered in the soft breeze, but no one was there to sing. No laughter filled the halls, no family gathered around. She stared at the flames with her big brown eyes, hoping, just hoping, that someone would notice her. Her name was Lily, the only daughter of a millionaire who was too busy closing deals in boardrooms to notice the silence that wrapped around his child's world. Lily was deaf. For years, she lived in a home full of wealth but empty of warmth. Her birthday was supposed to be grand, decorations, expensive gifts, perhaps even fireworks. But money cannot fill the void of love, and on this day, the most important to her, she was alone. She blew out her candles, whispering in her heart a wish she had made every year. Please, let someone hear me, even if I can't hear them. Across town, in a small apartment that smelled faintly of old books and laundry detergent, a single dad named James was trying to hold his world together. He worked 2 jobs, raised his little boy on his own, and carried more worry than he ever admitted. But James had something that money couldn't buy, a heart full of empathy. He knew what it meant to be overlooked, to feel small in a world that rarely paused to care. Fate, however, has a way of weaving lives together. That evening, James's son tugged at his sleeve, begging to go to the park near the big houses. James almost said no. He was tired, his back ached, and tomorrow's bills waited like shadows. But something inside nudged him forward. They walked hand in hand toward the park, where laughter usually echoed, but that night it was still. As they passed the grand mansion, James noticed the glow of a small cake on the steps and a girl sitting alone. She wasn't crying, but her eyes held the kind of sadness that could shatter anyone who dared look long enough. His son stopped, tugging harder now. "Dad, she looks lonely." And James saw it too. The loneliness wasn't ordinary. It was the kind that comes from being unseen, unheard, untouched. He recognized it because he had felt it once, long ago. He stepped closer, gently, not wanting to intrude. "Hey there," he said softly. Lily looked up, tilting her head as if trying to catch the sound. But then she raised her hands and moved her fingers with careful gestures. James froze. It was sign language. Memories rushed back. His late sister had been deaf, and he'd spent years learning to speak her world's language. It had been buried in his heart like an old melody, but now, watching this girl, his hands moved almost instinctively. "Happy birthday," he signed. For a moment, Lily's eyes widened. Her lips parted, and her whole face lit up. Someone, finally someone, was speaking her language. She quickly signed back, fingers flying, tears threatening to spill. "You understand me?" James nodded. "Yes, and I'm honored to be the first to wish you happy birthday tonight." Her small hands trembled as she signed. No one came. Dad's away. Everyone's busy. The weight of her words cut through James's chest. He sat on the cold steps beside her, his son curling up next to them, curious but respectful. They didn't need balloons or a crowd. James knew this was her real birthday gift, connection. "Do you mind if we join you?" He signed, his hands slow, deliberate to make sure she understood. That night they shared the cake, just the 3 of them. Lily laughed silently, clapping her hands, her shoulders shaking with a joy she hadn't felt in years. For James's son, it was magical, watching his dad speak with his hands, making a lonely girl smile. For James, it was more than magical, it was sacred, but the story didn't end there. Inside the mansion, unseen by them, Lily's father returned earlier than expected. He stopped at the window, shocked to see his daughter smiling with strangers, something he hadn't seen her do in so long. He felt an ache he didn't know he carried. All the money he earned, the empire he built, none of it had given his daughter what she had found tonight, belonging. When he stepped outside, Lily ran to him, but instead of hugging him, she turned back and signed toward James. "He speaks to me. He made today special." Her father's throat tightened. He looked at James, not as a millionaire sizing up a man of lesser means, but as a father seeing another father give what he himself had failed to give, presence. In that moment, he realized wealth wasn't measured in mansions or accounts. It was measured in moments like this. James stood, unsure if he had crossed a line, ready to apologize. But Lily's father extended his hand instead. His voice cracked as he said, "Thank you. You gave her what I couldn't tonight." James didn't reply with words. He simply signed back, "Every child deserves to be seen." And in the quiet night, under the soft glow of fading candles, 3 lives. Two fathers and one little girl were forever changed.